And welcome back to Magic Crystal Tech Support. I'm Josh.
I'm the devil.
The devil named Ian.
I'm the devil's advocate.
Sure.
Really?
He's my advocate.
With Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, yes. Hell fucking yeah, that movie's awesome.
You ever seen Devil's Advocate?
I may have, I don't remember.
Such a good movie.
Because Keanu Reeves is the lawyer.
Yeah.
Who plays the devil?
Dustin Hoffman.
Thank you.
Yes.
My mom's a big Keanu Reeves fan, so I've probably seen it, but I didn't.
I am too, so.
It was an early Keanu movie. It was after Bill and Ted, though.
Yeah, well, Keanu Reeves was like good, and then he went through a slump, and then has gotten good again, and kind of gotten back into his rhythm. Although, no, you know, I'm not going to say he went through a slump. Just kind of what happened was, he wasn't, not that they weren't good, he really wasn't good in The Matrix. The Matrix trilogy, I
can agree with that.
Because, like, people trashed that era, but he was in Constantine in that era, and Constantine's awesome.
He is Constantine in my eyes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We thought we were going to start talking about Final Fantasy. We started talking about Tony Reeves.
Yeah, but anyway, we also have Devin, Dale, and Caleb, who is not a member of the party, but he's still here.
He is our mascot.
I'm there in spirit. I'm the movement behind it.
Exactly.
I'm the fighter, so I feel like he should be the fighter.
Actually, are Moogles even a thing in this yet?
No.
Not yet.
Damn.
They're not introduced till later in the...
I think they get introduced in 4, actually. 4 or 3.
I don't remember them being in 3, but I didn't get very far in 3, so... Are they in 4? Yes! Yes, they are, because doesn't Rydia, after she leaves the party, end up with in a Moogle village? The Summer Girl. Okay, never mind.
Da-da.
Is there 1 in 7?
Okay.
We haven't been that. We haven't gone that far, so.
I know, you just said we
Damn
finished
Sunday
this
Wolf.
1.
I think.
Wait, there wasn't one in the Chocobo farm? I thought there was one
No.
in the Chocobo farm.
No, we just hit the Chocobo
We
farm.
just hit there.
There's 2 children who rip you off, and they're dead.
It might as well be Moogles.
I thought there was some in the Chocobo farm.
Because...
Ones that we saw, at least.
Have you guys, not visited the Chocobo farm or tried to cross the desert?
Oh, God. We visited the Chocobo farm.
We got a
Chocobo. And then tried to cross the desert and still died.
Oh, did he catch you?
Yeah. I thought he ignored us. I thought if you were on a Chocobo, he would just go
No,
through
you can just outrun him
just
on
whatever.
Chocobo.
That was my bad. It was like,
Technically, that was my bad.
the way they describe it, it seems like he'll just ignore you.
No, he will not. He
And
will
so I
chase
was
your
like,
ass.
oh, just go. And we'll be fine. Is that he came up to us and then we just died. And I
You
was
got,
like,
eaten
great.
by, you got eaten by a tremor.
Yeah, we died, and then I had to go clear back to Cloud's foretelling of Crisis Core events.
I
That was the last time we saved one. It was a pain.
Luckily, we can fast forward it.
You didn't.
Yeah.
You don't remember the third rule of role-playing games? And talk to everyone, search everything, save often.
Listen, we were
It didn't feel
excited
like
about
we'd
being a
done that
Chocobo,
much. It
okay?
didn't feel like we'd done that much. We bought a new sword for Cloud, bought a new mithril claw for Tifa, and then traveled to the Chocobo farm. That was it.
Why'd you make you second? Should you be second because he's the other frontline fighter?
Yeah, but I'm armored.
Oh my god, look at you go.
Red mages are kind of in that weird territory right
They're
there.
the flex
What?
fighter, got it.
Look at my hit points. Look at them beautiful, beautiful hit points of mine. So many.
You'll
hit
be back
points.
there when you get rid of nunchucks. I'm sure of it.
Actually, that does remind me. So, I watched a video. This isn't a call-out channel, so I'm not going to talk about who it was. He's guy who talks about weaponry, and I had respect for him. I still don't hate the channel, but he did a video about nunchucks, and he was bitching about how useless nunchucks were.
That bit was funny.
Me and Caleb, I know exactly what you're talking about.
But he's like complaining, these nunchucks are useless. He's like comparing, like, you know, you get a sword and a spear, and I'm like, okay, one of two things. Either you're stupid and don't understand what a nunchuck is, or you're purposely deceiving the audience. say, comparing a nunchuck to a sword would be like me going, you see this pitchfork? This pitchfork sucks. If you're going to war, why would you use a pitchfork when you can have an AK-47? Well, yeah, no shit, a sword's gonna beat a nunchuck in a fight. Nunchucks are fucking farming tools.
Well, technically, you compare the nunchuck to a stick, and they made the stick a sword.
And then made a stick a sword, and the spear, and the stick a spear. Yeah, you're fucking right. The nunchuck's gonna lose a fight to a spear and a sword. Nunchucks are fucking farming tools. It's like, why couldn't you use a sword? Because they didn't have swords! The samurai took the swords from the peasantry. They didn't have swords, spears, and guns.
Farming stuff?
Yeah, what you do is you wrap them around the rice, and you pull up, and the rope pulls the grain off the rice. Never meant to shuck rice.
I didn't know that. Oh my god.
You would have if he was honest about what the fucking point of the nunchuck were. I mean, nunchucks, they have uses in combat. You can use them like a garrote, or you can use them like to bind limbs. The whole thing where you flip a nunchuck out and strike with the end, that's Hollywood. That shit's not how you
I think that's all he was talking about. He wasn't talking about what they were actually fighting with. Because I didn't know until you told me.
If you're that big of a channel, it is your duty to explain that stuff. I did say
Someone had to.
I just wanted to rant about this because, like I said, I actually watch him pretty regularly because I think he's kind of interesting. Also, he's one of those. Luckily, it's dying out now, but he was one of those few channels there for a long time that didn't pretend like the katana was some magic super weapon. The katana's a good weapon for what it's meant, what it was built for.
Killing other katanas.
Killing unarmored people.
And other katanas.
But
Showing your main katanas, yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed that video because how he presents this is funny and all that. Yeah, sure, he doesn't really talk about the actual uses of nunchucks and all that. But I enjoy that video. The one video I don't like is when he was talking about D&D and why you should be able to attack 10 feet away with a sword.
yeah, I haven't
disagree
seen
with
that
that
video, but I can see that.
And yeah, sure, you can hit someone 10 feet away from you, but
It's called the lunge feat.
There you go, Josh. There's a feat that lets you take a 5-foot step forward to strike a foe.
that's exactly what he was doing the entire time. Actually, was just taking a 5 foot, like he was stepping the 5 foot square in next to him and then attacking.
Yeah.
And honestly, in an actual combat scenario, I feel like you could like see that a mile away, like what the hell are you doing?
Well,
Unless you're attacking someone else.
and here's the thing about D&D's grid-based combat system. It's unrealistic. It's just
fun.
It's just to give stability to the.
That's exactly
to the
it.
combat.
If you were to make it as chaotic and insane as an actual sword fight,
You might as well just act it out in the middle.
I mean, yeah, the mechanics you'd have to use would be unfathomably complicated. And there are games that try that, and nobody plays them because nobody wants to make 12 attack rolls in a turn to see where they're positioned, where the opponent's shield is positioned, how they're stepping, how they're shifting. All that's just assumed. You're here, and the sword is... Maybe the term 5 foot, I think, might be a little...
Yeah.
It's just space. I think games that refer to them as spaces, just one space away. That way it kind of makes it a little more vague. You can make an argument of it being technically 7 feet.
Here's the thing about the magic in Dungeons and Dragons. It's also unrealistic. It's not like real magic. I will destroy this pack of goblins by guessing what card they picked.
Wait, what?
They'll be so bewildered that
Real magic.
Magician.
is this your card?
Oh my god, you're right! Heart explodes from excitement.
Witch! Witch!
He was keeping a rabbit in his hat.
What was it? The episode of Gravity Falls where they're doing the time loop with what's his name, and she's trying to win Waddles the pig.
Oh, right.
Guess the weight of old 14-poundy.
Wasn't it a 15 pounder?
15-poundy. 15 pounds. Are you a witch? I love the time loop. She just tried to hurt along. She goes, "Yes, I am a witch." Well, time to get the pitchforks and torches.
I always
You
love...
find sharks?
Yes.
Yeah, we're on the boat.
I'm out on the boat mostly because I'm trying to get money, and sometimes the really wealthy pirate encounter shows up that gets you a lot of money.
Oh. Yeah, I was going to ask, like, what's today's plan for Final Fantasy?
Well, we want to beat wizards.
Yeah, I really want to be able to actually beat them this time.
I feel like we have Black Mage, we might have been good. Just nuke him.
Wait.
Josh, nuke him. I forgot you're Red Mage. Josh, nuke him.
Well, I was blasting out the lightning too in that fight.
Lit too.
Lit too.
It's not lightning. Nunchucks.
I'm going to have to check at one point to see whether or not you're at the level where you don't need them anymore.
You gotta be getting close to that. But yeah, honestly, I think that might be my favorite like thing in media is whenever a girl does something like really simple, but like kinda magical, and they're like, "Are you a witch?" Yes, they are. That's probably my favorite. I don't know why.
In my experience, all women are witches.
It's called Wicca, and it's empowering.
What's my damage?
20 with the
With the iron?
with equipped, with the iron nunchucks equipped. So without 14. So not quite. So it's double your level. Okay.
Cool.
I'll have to. I'll have to remember that.
I feel like we learned this lesson a couple episodes ago.
We did last time we checked, actually. We just all forgot because.
We're dumbasses.
Oh, that. It might have been weeks ago on YouTube, but it was probably months ago for us.
It was also months ago on YouTube.
Well then, never mind. Caleb didn't know, so there you go, Caleb. You'll remember us. You're really good at remembering shit.
Double your level.
So the monk's damage is always the doublest level.
That's what it looks like.
When unarmed, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Because it's 14 and he's level 7.
So will
The
those,
easiest-
will those
the easiest-
nunchucks always be
No.
what they are right now? Or is as
Nunchucks are a set amount of damage, so he will eventually surpass them, and I'll just unequip the nunchucks.
And then I'll just punch a bitch right in the face.
So what kind of monkey you going for? You going for like a Bruce Lee type? Or
Oh, he has nunchucks, so.
That's true, and Bruce Lee did use nunchucks.
are you going for like Shaolin?
Well, I believe, actually I'm not a monk, I'm a black belt.
Isn't your second thing that when we get upgraded a monk, though?
You become master.
I become a grandmaster.
Ooh.
So he's not even. He's whatever he wants to be.
Okay, now that.
So, the Japanese name for the class was Karateka, so he's a karate expert.
Boom.
Karateka sounds naughty. Sounds like some martial art based porn.
Martial.
Don't listen to the
I'm
crowd.
gonna look it up.
I'm just like, man, I know what I'm gonna do after you guys leave.
I just invite you. Just trying to help. But now that I play Final Fantasy 14, they really fucked up naming the frickin' class before monk then.
Wow, what is it?
Caleb,
Pugilist.
that.
I kind of like that though.
Yeah.
Pugilist is somebody who fights with their fists.
I understand that. However, they're called black belts in the first one. It could have been a callback. They need a callback.
Well, I mean, I feel like black belt.
Well, I feel like if you're gonna call your class the black belt, that should be a higher level.
Yeah, black belt.
I understand that.
infers that you're
A master.
a master at that. Well,
I understand.
technically, if you're a black belt, are you technically a master if you're about just a black belt? Or is
And some
it-
martial arts, there's like degree of black belt.
Yeah, most martial arts hold black belt degrees. Black belt is like, in a lot of Chinese martial arts at least, black belt means that you're good enough to teach.
So yes, that would make you a master.
Yeah.
I like in some forms of kung fu, grandmasters wear like a pinkish colored sash instead of black. That is cool.
But
It's
yeah,
green.
Caleb tried the pugilist and
I wasn't a fan of the stance system.
Oh yeah.
And how the only way to get the buffs you need to actually do the damage with your character, you need to do specific stances in specific orders. And I was like, I could just do a lot of damage as a Lancer.
Although oddly enough, in Bravely Second, the Fencer class, the one that focuses on stances, is a monster. These so how it works, they have 3 stances. They have Wolf Stance, which increases their physical and magical attack. They have Auroch Stance, which increases their physical and magical defense, and Falcon Stance, which increases their speed. And Falcon Stance, fuck that Falcon Stance. It gives you quad attack, but then they
Leave
have
the speed to the rogues.
They have a passive ability called Eye of the Wolf. They start in Wolf Stance. Boom, instant. And then their class ability is Muscle Memory. When they switch stances, they maintain the boost from their previous stance for 10 turns.
Ooh,
so
that's
Wolf
nice.
Stance.
That would be cool.
Then you go Wolf Fang, boost, which is an attack that switches you to Auroch Stance. And then in Auroch Stance, they have an ability called Stampede that gives them a 25% to counterattack if they're targeted with an attack. So you got a 25% boost to your attack, both attacks, both defenses, and a chance of
I got poisoned.
counterattack.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I love how their
I guess the
first
person to get poisoned would be-
impulse when the fighter got poisoned is replace him with the white mage.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, the white mage is tinker than black mage in frickin' 14. It's the same here.
It is the same here.
Well, you
Black
want, you want
mages
your
are-
healer to be alive.
Black mages are squishy.
You want the thing that can kill everything in one shot to be alive too.
What they should do is just set everyone up with stance.
But it's based on a balance system, Devin. If you can kill everything in one shot, of course you're going to be squishy.
Fuck you, I won't
It's
kill
called
everything in one
balance, Devin.
shot. I don't want balance, I just want to
Something
kill
you
everything in
never
one
heard
shot.
of.
I want, I want OP. Goddammit.
I'm not talking about your Trigun, all this other stuff. What the enemies were basically made. The protagonist is ridiculously overpowered for everybody else. One Punch Man.
They do that in a comedic way though.
I know, but still, it's the. I want to say genre, but it's not right.
Style.
The shtick, niche, whatever we call it.
I love One Punch Man. One Punch Man's the best.
Yeah, but if you notice, all those heroes that you know I like have something to where they don't do that all the time.
It's usually just in our
I mean,
in their conflict.
I'm a Superman fan, so I don't have much to say about liking characters that are OP.
Devin,
Like, Superman
speaking
is
of
the
OP,
It's not a problem to liking characters.
but speaking of OP, Devin, you just one-shot a shark.
Look, I didn't want to shot at a fish, and I don't get one shot.
You
Fuck
want to know who else one shots the fish? A fisherman.
Not a shark. He needs
There's
buddies.
there's shark fishing,
Yeah, they need
and that's
buddies.
called one-shotting a shark.
Devin. That means that not only are you a kick-ass fighter, you're also a kick-ass fisherman.
He's the
I got
Yu-Gi-Oh
your back,
card.
bud.
He's the Yu-Gi-Oh card, legendary fisherman.
Maybe I should become the fisherman in 14. You can be the miner.
I just wanted to be
That's
a
the
fisherman
world's-
because I thought it'd be cool to.
That's the world's
a
latest
Lancer to be a
superhero in
fisherman.
our universe. Fisherman.
Hey, back when he came out, Aquaman faced a guy called the Fisherman. One time.
That is a
One time shot.
Yeah, well, I'm actually surprised they haven't brought him back because they're big right now. They're big into bringing back lame heroes nobody likes, like Calendar Man and Kite Man. Fuck yeah! Oh, no, hell yeah! Kite Man. Hell yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Kite Man.
I feel like Counterman has some sort of like love to him.
I actually like Kite Man, so
Oh,
You like Kite because of the ridiculousness of it.
US 1, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
is he an Agent of Shield now?
He is.
yes. He's a shield.
Courier.
Yeah.
So is that who Vulture was stealing from in Spider-Man: Far From Home?
Would that
Or
not have
Homecoming.
Homecoming?
Would that not have been a hoot?
Well, remember, because didn't Vulture broke into that one semi-truck that Spider-Man got stuck on? So in my headspace, that was US 1 driving that. What's his name? Ulysses Solomon.
Something like that. You Solomon. Archer. Yes, they're the money pirates.
Money pirates.
Money
so cool.
Gold.
What are we getting money for?
Probably
Equipment.
better
There's a silver sword with Mizu's name on it.
Boom. Go one.
Yeah, but isn't silver kind of a softer metal that would actually be completely impractical?
Look,
as
if
well?
you're
Yes.
fighting were creatures,
No, we're not. We're fighting wizards.
Guarded by were creatures.
I thought they were guarded by gargoyles.
all I know is it is somehow better than the short sword he has.
Listen, Ian.
Is that a dick joke, Josh? That's inappropriate.
Listen, Ian. If you think about it, gargoyles are just werestones.
Huh.
Yeah, no, you.
Interesting enough, they're actually from the elemental plane of water.
They're werewaters.
Wait, they're from the animal planet of water.
The
Why?
original mythology of gargoyles, French by the way.
Yes.
Gargoyles were at least the ones that they said, put the mythology behind were all water features
Huh.
Huh.
originally.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were originally French. I thought they were like Celtic or something.
No, they're French.
Gargoyle.
Oh, that explains why they're all over the.
Don't forget if you leave your game,
I'm stupid.
hold reset when you turn off the power.
Yep.
Why do we hold reset when we turn off the power?
Well, in the old days of the NES, you could corrupt your really crappy save files if you turned the power off incorrectly. The same warning is on the original Legend of Zelda.
Huh. I
Those
did not know that.
Morgan? Sahagin?
Yes.
Ah!
They are Sihags!
There are actually a lot of D&D creatures in this game.
With misspellings.
Yes.
But I mean, if you think about it, a lot of the final game monsters are selling Final Fantasy today are literally just D&D monsters.
What? I'm sure.
Wait, those aren't supposed to be Shogun, are they?
Yeah, that's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's supposed to be Saga.
Yeah, no, this was.
You were saying it's saying Sea Hag. I thought no, the
Inspired
them.
by D&D? Yes. Yes.
Makes sense. Depends on why I like it so much.
Probably.
I'm both Dragon Warrior and Final Fantasy were attempting to recreate the feeling of a tabletop adventure.
I think they did a pretty job.
Although, what's actually kind of funny is around the same time, two different games were being developed: Final Fantasy in Japan and Wizardry in America. And what's funny is Final Fantasy took off in America and Wizardry took the fuck off in Japan.
I've never even heard of Wizardry.
Wizardry is the bomb.
They had 9 games and then stopped, if I remember correctly.
10.
10, okay.
10 games, yep.
On this note.
No.
I'm not sure. What I loved is, in Wizardry, the Paladin class is called the Lord.
The Lord.
That makes sense.
Sorry, the only game I know that took off in Japan is Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
That's only because I played with a lot of people from Japan in Monster Hunter. And I think I'm a really good Monster Hunter player until I play with someone from fucking Japan.
You know what's super weird? Playing Bravely Default and Bravely Second and doing the whole, what do you call it? The feature where you, get allies from the interwebs.
Yeah.
Do you know, having played Bravely Second just a few months ago, do you know what country I keep getting players from? Germany. For some reason, apparently it is super popular in Germany right now.
Cool.
I keep getting it's oh, what does this character do? Globoglimpstopgoblin. Sorry to all of our none of our German fans.
Fiends.
Fans.
Fiends.
Oh, Oz is a redneck.
To all our non-German fiends.
Yes.
But I'm okay. You actually have to select the attack for it to translate what it does. That's how the game works. Is you can send an attack into the web, and then they can summon you. So you can send the super powerful healing spell, and then they can summon you and heal her on the turn. It is actually kind of cool that they don't let you do in Bravely Default too.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some issues with it, or they didn't want to go through all that work.
Man,
the game.
I don't want to
Probably
say
won't put the servers up.
I don't want to say Bravely Default 2 is bad, because it's not bad. It's actually really good. It just feels like less than Bravely Second.
I don't know, it does kind of feel like Bravely Default 2 and Bravely Second were, I don't know, rushed, but they feel more lazy than the original, somehow.
Wait. Bravely Default has 3 games?
Yes,
Yes.
Bravely Default, Bravely Second, Bravely Default 2.
Why the hell they name them like that?
I don't know.
Japan!
You can't say that, Josh. We have Final Fantasy 1 through 15.
That you just proved my point, Devin!
Final Fantasy 1 through 15 plus Crystal Chronicles plus Adventures 2 plus Adventures 1 plus Adventures 2 plus the Tactics. How many fucking Final Fantasy Tactics games are there? What, 4?
Crisis
Yeah,
Core.
but you know they're side games. They're not. Bravely Second, you could think
Okay.
it's a second game.
No. So here's the thing. Bravely Second is a direct sequel to Bravely Default. Bravely Default 2 is kind of like Final Fantasy 1 to Final Fantasy 2, where they're just completely unrelated. But to answer your question, they did it specifically to piss off James Rolfe.
Who the fuck's James Rolfe?
Like a video game nerd. Have you ever seen us chronologically confused about sequel series?
He recently did one for Dragon Quest.
Yes, he did. Talking about, okay, so Alien. What's the sequel to Alien? Alien 2? No, Aliens. So what's the sequel to Aliens? Even
Alien
more Alien?
3.
No, Alien 3.
Which in my opinion is the worst of all of them.
I don't know, man.
I wasn't a
Resurrection's,
fan of either.
Resurrection's pretty bad.
Resurrection is ridiculous.
Everyone
but at
says
least
Covenant
it's-
was pretty bad.
At least it's
What'd you say?
cinematically good.
Everyone says Alien Covenant was pretty
I haven't
bad.
seen Covenant, so I don't know. I've only seen
Whoa.
the first four.
Hello.
Ogre?
And they get a jump on us. How the fuck do 3 ogres sucker punch you?
How you
Were we
see?
fucking drunk?
It must have been. I mean,
It's a Groger.
a great
Ooh.
ogre. Wow.
It's Grover.
Green.
Alright, guys, let's murder Grover.
Yeah.
But he has superpowers.
Yeah, he does have superpowers. That's why he's beating our ass.
Yeah.
That must be the superpowers. Must be how they snuck up on us.
They flew in from the sky.
Yep.
Otherwise, I mean, 3 of them? My God.
Yep, 2 ogres. Well, it's Grover and his ogre buddies.
Ah.
They fucking shanghaied us too. Hey Josh, do you remember whenever in WB, anytime somebody got sucker punched, they said he got Pearl Harbored?
No, I don't remember that.
That was from like the 80s. They were like,
Yeah.
oh, Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was a popular
Wow.
term then.
Dang, I want to bring that back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I did.
Seems a little distasteful, but that's alright. Most
Hey, they were getting away with it then, so.
Yeah, well, that was back then.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd be worse back then. It was closer to the time.
Yeah, back then people weren't as sensitive towards stuff they weren't a part of.
Yeah, all these oversensitive snowflakes weren't even born yet.
Woo!
So anyway, let's just change the subject here.
I thought of another sequel that doesn't. You can't tell it's a sequel. George Mask.
Oh,
It's
Machi, that's a lot of money.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Apparently, when you go after ogres,
Ogres are
pirates.
loaded.
The great ogre must be.
Was.
Where does he keep it
Yeah, damn, was loaded.
all? Where
Yeah.
does he keep it all?
Who cares? It's ours now.
Inside of the other ogre.
Inside the other ogre, oh my god. But technically, it is a sequel. The whole sequel.
Are there even any of the Final Fantasy games that have to do with each other?
Besides
That aren't like the not
Like,
side games?
No, but like for the most part, no, just the side games.
There's
like
a
10 and 10-2 and
fan theory that 10 and either 8 or 9 take place in the same world.
see, I
Because
had a theory that 10 took place in the same world as 7 because the dress spheres were like prototype materia.
Well, there's a fan theory because during 10-2, during
that's a lot better.
singing scene with Yuna, she has a dress on that looks like the dress from the girl from 8 or 9, I can't remember. I wouldn't say 9 because I know Garnet hasn't had any dresses like that, but I do believe it's 8.
I don't know.
So there's a fan theory that they're in the same universe. Different times. Has nothing to do with each other, but in the same world. Which honestly, if you think about it, all the Final Fantasies could be on the same world, thanks to tectonic plates, they all just look different. Different time periods.
Well, I mean, that's possible. I was gonna say that the worlds will have different names, but it could just be.
I know
What
for
the
a
fuck
fact
is the
the 9 is
copper
called Gaia.
fucking
Copper bracelet.
Oh.
It has some magical qualities to it.
Copper Zero.
I was gonna say copper something ring, but
Oh my.
Close enough. I mean,
you got
you
it.
still get the benefits from it. Depends on how big it is, you know.
That's right. Well, it'll protect you from the goblin punch.
Goblin punch.
You attack goblin punch, just a swift kick to the groin.
Doesn't it just... Didn't traditionally it just switch your HP and MP?
Probably. I don't remember. So is Mizu stronger and tougher now?
Yes, he just got a new sword and new armor.
Yay.
Harder, better, faster, stronger.
Literally, yes.
Now, if
Maybe not
only we can hit the damn guy.
And actually, it's a silver sword, so harder now. It's not harder.
My damage score went up.
Like, I don't know, maybe the short sword was made out of, like, balsa wood or something.
I mean, technically,
training sword.
in Legend of Zelda, you start out with a fucking wooden sword.
Yeah.
Like, upgrade to a metal sword.
It was
and
a,
then
it was
magic sword.
you had a boken.
That was his hurt.
Kimbo stick.
I mean, yeah, they do hurt. They fucking... You can kill somebody with one of them, but...
I was taught how to use a wooden sword in my martial arts class. They hated me because the roof was too small. And I always hit the fucking ceiling because I was too tall.
There's a drop ceiling, so you just destroy a whole tile.
It was a normal ceiling. The room was tiny. It was meant for average sized kids, not monsters.
You got the Geist of it
Not
on?
monsters.
So all the other kids have this like terrible horse stance while they're swinging because they can just stand and all that. I'm in like a legit horse stance with my ass on the ground, fucking swinging it.
It's not a legit horse stance.
You were in an M stance.
It was honestly torture because my legs were killing me. I hated that because I'm just like, ugh.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
you had to
kind
do crab style in order for you to use a sword. Go into your crab stance. Alright.
Yeah.
Squat all the way down. Yeah. You have no footwork, but man, your hits are powerful.
I don't know if there's a crab style martial art.
That would be cool.
It's literally about pinching people.
Yeah.
You just develop your hands so much, you just can pinch people so hard.
I want to learn the martial art of pistol shrimp, and you just clap your hand together and fire.
Oh my goodness. That would be cool. I do think that's pretty sweet.
Gun food,
Those,
baby.
There you go.
The mantis
Superhero
shrimp?
for your world.
Yeah.
The mantis shrimp
Just
where
land.
he punches things so fast that it creates a freaking explosion. Or implosion, technically.
Are you
That's how he
familiar?
kills his prey and he eats it.
Are you familiar with the story of the first pistol shrimp in captivity?
How it broke its tank? Yeah.
The tank.
I didn't hear about that.
In the aquarium, they came in one day and the tank was busted out. And they like looked at the security footage. They thought somebody broke in and vandalized it. Look at the pistol footage, and you see the pistol shrimp or the mana shrimp like smack the cage and just. So when they now if you have a mana shrimp in captivity, you got to put them in like a Lexan container.
Yeah.
It said it's because he saw his reflection in the glass and thought it was
Thought it
thing,
was
so he just punched it.
thought it was a rival.
Yeah.
The fuck you looking at? Move!
Yeah. No, it's mostly like, this is my territory.
I feel like that would be
Ooh.
one of the most
Well, okay then.
powerful.
What happened?
Dale has access to level 4 spells.
Aha.
What does that mean? Does he
Well,
get resurrect now?
Does he get Asuna?
hold
Sure,
on.
yeah,
Let's move, Elf.
Is that Asuna even a thing?
I want to see the level 4 spell.
I don't think Asuna's in the game. I think it goes by a different name.
What
What the
is
fuck
it
does
just
Asuna?
healing
What the
this?
fuck does Asuna even mean?
I don't know what it means. I know it cures
cures
status.
It
ailments.
means you'll get over your status ailment sooner or later.
I should look it up, but my phone's over about 3 steps away, and I don't want to stand up on the couch.
Oh, well, that actually is
You gotta get a
friggin'
break.
interesting. He can learn
Fear,
Cure, which
Ooh.
means finally we can cure poison on our own.
Yay!
Ooh. Also,
It's
look
fear.
at the third spell down. Ice.
Aha.
Anti-ice, anti-mute, and fear. Fear
Does
doesn't
that
seem
just-
like
does that
a
just
white
cause
magic
them not
one.
to hit you?
It can cause the opponents to run away. Well, think about it as a white mage for fear, because if it causes the opponents to flee, you can defeat them without killing them.
That's true.
Lame. I got a sword.
Just out of curiosity, what do we got
Devin's in
for
character.
black magic? Oh, ice
Don't kill me.
too.
I have figured out.
Sleep too.
I am the greatest defender with the best offense. I believe in hitting hard to protect the ones I love.
When do you get to learn Ice 9, Josh?
I don't know. Is that a reference to something?
Yeah, yes. Novel? I believe it is. Where they discover a element called Ice 9. How Ice 9 works, it's a seeding element, so it spreads. So if it touches water, it freezes the water, and all the water that the water touches freezes.
Oh, the water.
That seems
This
like a horror
19.
novel.
What?
It seems like it should be a horror novel.
I don't even remember what the point of it is. It's just, I believe it's from a novel. But yeah, like, Ice 9 is like at a extinction level event. It's like everything freezes.
Well, I don't learn Ice 9.
And there's a very shitty punk band called Ice 9 Kills.
They recently. I'm
I
pretty
feel
sure
like
it
that's
was
how.
them.
Sorry.
They recently released a album that was they did songs based on all the like classic slashers.
Oh,
They're
really?
actually really good. I like a lot of them.
Well, I don't learn Ice 9, but I might eventually come up with Plan 9 from outer space.
Oh, great.
What up?
That was another old movie.
I was
Yeah.
Not Planet 9, Plan 9.
I know.
It is the all-time classic bad movie.
Oh, it's a Kurt Wagner novel, Cat's Cradle.
If you think about it, though, that's actually how ice works. It freezes everything it touches. It's just, if the only thing it can't freeze is the only thing that stops it, which is heat.
I think you'll find that the real freezing was the friends we made along the
Oh
way.
my goodness.
No, goddamn, I want my treasure.
So there's a game called, and I love this game. It is such an amazing game. We should, if we can find an emulator strong enough, we should do Skies of Arcadia.
Ah,
It's a turn-based RPG where you play air pirates. Well, in it you find you get a treasure map. There's 2 halves of the treasure map. So your party's split up and you're looking for each other. So half the party goes like, well, let's just go to Dick Hat's island and maybe the treasure that we can buy a boat and look for. And then so the two halves of the parties like they go in and there's like a switch and nothing happens. But on the other side of the island, a door opens, so they go in and
Oh, that's cool.
and then in the middle they meet, they fight the boss, and in the treasure there's a single coin and a note that says, the true treasure is the fact that you made friends working together, all that shit. So you go back to town and you go to a store and the storekeeper's like, Is that the coin from the cat's treasure? I will give you it's like 500,000 gold for that coin. So it turns out that both friendship and money is the treasure. Because at first you're like,
the treasure was the treasure we found along the way.
even the thief character's like 1 coin. We can't. It's not even like 4 coins. We can split 4 ways. 1. But yeah, it turns out the coin's super rare. Worth a lot of money anyway.
Well, fuck.
Well, it makes sense. It was probably put there how long ago?
Yeah, exactly. And he was like this legendary pirate. He literally had his own island, so.
that was full of traps and crazy,
And a fucking weird
crazy cave
golem.
system.
Like, you know the weird heads from Rick and Morty that blew up planets? 2 of those are like the boss fight.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got.
I've got a dude with 2 pistols.
I like what you've got.
Question: are we able to capture video on TV or just his laptop?
Yes, I actually have a capture card I can use for TV.
I do too.
I think that game's on PSN.
Sweet.
I'll have to look at one get home tonight, but I'll be willing to buy it and bring my PS4 out.
I have
do that.
I have it on my GameCube, but my Wii and my GameCube are both still at my brother's house, so
Well, let's go rob your brother.
I would, but I'd never fucking hear the end of it.
You don't have to be involved at all.
Oh, I would still never hear the end of it.
Well, he likes me. I'll go rob his brother.
Okay.
If I said, hey, can I get... Actually, I might have the Wii here at my house. But if I went and said, like, hey, can I get the Wii and Skies of Arcadia, he'd let me have them.
Oh yeah, I know. My sister won't rob brother.
He,
I just want to do it for the sake of doing it.
He recently sent me a picture and it was hilarious. Hold on, I forget what it was about though. I remember it being funny.
Last time I saw your brother, we was at the mall with Devin.
Yeah.
Can't remember what we were
Donuts and
doing.
Dragons Cafe. That was pretty awesome.
hell yeah, let's go to the Donuts and Dragons Cafe.
Hey, yeah.
Where's it at?
Don't know.
Ah,
It's just a funny little picture.
we're gonna look it up.
Well, you know.
Outside in the I don't know what this.
Indianapolis?
Yes. I can't speak good.
That makes sense because Gen Con's held there. So it makes sense for them to set up a D&D themed cafe outside of Gen Con.
I can't speak good, okay? I was hoping to learn French and maybe I can speak French good. Technically-
ooh la la.
Technically, the little bit of French I was able to learn, I did speak it very well.
Are you a puppy?
I just can't remember it because it's been a while. I haven't practiced at all.
I'm not a puppy. Sorry, my dog just jumped up on the couch. You had to get a bath last night because you rolled around and pooped.
Don't interchange dreams, Ian.
I don't know why you insist on rolling around and eating poop. That's how
So
you
where do
get
we
worms.
get before level 25
That's just
again?
what we do.
Zip, zip, zip.
There is a special trial thing.
We have
We
to
have
beat
to-
Bahamut.
No, we have to beat the trial for Bahamut.
Oh, okay. But first, we have to murder these wizards and get their shit.
Yeah. How far away from that are we? Like, are we doing good? We doing bad on that?
Well, I'm going for it now.
Oh.
Right
Well,
now.
we're going for the wizards right now.
Right now?
Oh.
Hey, all right.
I thought we were kind of far away from it.
I don't know where we're going.
Oh,
Giant.
from the trial, we actually are decent distance away, but
2 hits.
Are we going to make it before level 25?
I think we might be able to.
We're like level 9, level 10 now. That's 15 levels, so.
Level 8, aren't we? So I'm level 7, right?
I'm level 9.
Are you
That's
level
all. Tone was level 9. I just saw it.
Oh no.
I'm 7 unless I leveled up.
I thought I was 7.
I think we're all 7.
My damage was...
No, we're 8.
8.
I remember
Okay,
seeing
we're all
a
level
9 somewhere.
Well, if we're level 8, we can check our theory, Josh, and
Future Josh, play back that footage. I saw a 9, goddammit.
we might have seen it.
All 8.
Where the fuck was that 9?
Maybe how many
Right
cures
there.
we had?
No, it was on that other screen.
How many hit points Dale has? But we can check our theory. Since we're here, we can check our theory about our damage being double my level.
Yeah, I'll check on it in a second.
Yeah.
Those scorpions really messed us up. Just getting preemptive strike and then most of us not being able to run.
We need Star Pendants.
What?
Star pendants. In Final Fantasy VII, a star pendant protects you from poison.
For the most Final Fantasy games, Star Pendants prevent poison.
Yeah, well, they really are
Keep the
using
stars
poison
cool.
to screw you over in this gun.
Are we gonna check my damage?
Yes.
Well, I just want to see if our theory is right.
Okay. Take the iron nunchuck off. Check on status.
16, yep, double the level. Sweet. And the iron nunchuck's damage is 20.
Yes.
So when we hit level 11, I'll be able to throw away these fucking.
Technically, it's level 10 because it'll match.
That will be match. The werewolf!
Bunch of
Holy
werewolves.
jeez.
But they don't look like man wolves. They just look like wolves.
Well, those are the best kind of werewolves, in my opinion. Like, if you're doing a werewolf, like, I want him to be like bestial, not like a dude with like who hasn't shaved in a week.
Yeah.
But it's a man wolf. It has to have some man qualities.
Man wolf, not werewolf. There's a difference.
Where means man.
Okay, but
Wow! We found a whole house in that box.
Jeez.
How the hell did we find a whole house?
Is this supposed to be like an improved version of a tent?
yes, is house the best version of a tent?
The house is the best
Mansion
version.
is the best
That
version
would
of a tent.
that would be awesome if you could get mansion in this game.
It goes tent, cabin, house.
Scum. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my
Scum,
gosh!
is it like
Why
fungus?
does everything in here poison us?
That's what
We're
this
in the
entire.
swamp.
That's what this entire thing is about. Is poison.
That's why it sucks.
Yeah, and I can't.
Why Josh immediately got cured.
That's why I bought so many.
Oh. That's why Josh is just saving up to buy cure the spell.
Yeah. We got 385 gold.
Yeah.
What? That's a little bit closer to our goal of buying whatever it is.
We need 4,000, I think.
What was the strike first? Dang it.
Spiders, scum, arachnids.
Yeah, we get it. We're all poisoned.
But isn't the real poison the friends we made all the time?
Isn't it
Cut
just?
out toxic people in our life, though.
Yeah.
Just live with the toxicity.
Thank goodness. First chance we had to run, we managed to.
Woo!
Yay, boy.
Dang it.
Better not be touching my pretzels. You motherfucker, you touched my pretzels. You motherfucker, that's my one pretzel.
For crying out loud. Come on.
You
Really?
got bones and one what?
Red bone, a crawl, and
Okay.
fine.
What? Isn't skeletons usually weak against fire?
But I can't attack the entire group with my fire spell.
You can attack the entire group with lightning?
Yes, lightning 2 will hit all of them.
I didn't know that, I apologize. I hope my Lightning 2 in Final Fantasy 14 hits all of them. Because Lightning 1 kind of shit. It does damage over time, but...
Oh, really good against the water elemental.
No, it does a certain amount of damage over time. Which would actually, if I think about it, probably over that time frame does more damage than I would with a single cast of fire. But I don't like waiting. That's probably my biggest thing with freaking spells. I don't like waiting for damage. Just give me the damage now. I like Bio instead. They do damage now and then overtime it.
What are we talking about?
Damage overtime spells.
How I hate them.
He wants the instant gratification of a
Yeah,
damage
and
now.
I kind of see the point, but also one of the things about DOT spells are you drop one on the opponent on the target, and then you get to whittle them away while you're doing Fireball, Lightning Bolt, and all that shit.
Yeah, well, that's why I've been doing in Final Fantasy 14. I will catch something on someone and then just shoot.
You know what? I will. In 90% of Final Fantasy games, Bio is a piece of shit spell. Fuck Bio. Like
It's pretty good at
seriously.
7.
Well, as long as you're fighting humans or humanoid, like living things.
And not things that are poisonous.
Yeah, or robots. How do you
We're not
poison a
fighting
robot?
You don't. It doesn't do that
You
well.
see, replace this oil with the wrong oil.
Well, that would do it. Yeah, this is WD-10! Or what was it, the Simpsons episode where Homer had bought Stink's car? She needs premium, dude!
Stud? Under my name?
What?
Yeah,
Stunned.
No. It says stud.
Fine.
I swear I'm not illiterate. I'm just really far away and I think I need glasses.
I'm illiterate!
I don't know, though. You might be literate.
Yeah.
Just because I can't say certain words when I'm reading them does not mean I can't read them. I just can't say them.
Somewhere the American education system failed you.
I wish I don't wish I
Yeah,
was
every step of the way.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't wish I was illiterate, but I wish I was illiterate enough.
Alright, Ian. If you could lose one limb of your on your body, what limb would you choose?
What defines a limb?
Legs and arms.
And or other extremities. Technically it's a win.
I mean, if that's how we're going, I would choose my left ear. I'm half deaf in my left ear anyway.
He wasn't talking about ears.
But they
Yes.
count. They count. I feel
If
like
I-
nose counts too.
If I had to choose a leg or an arm, I'd probably pick my left arm. No, my right arm. It'd be my right arm. I could train myself to ride with my left arm.
You went for arms. I went for my left
I
leg.
definitely want my left leg going.
Nah, man, I run and swim too much for that shit.
Yeah, well, you see,
I don't
when
run much.
you run, you can get prosthetics that make you run faster.
Yeah, but for your hand, you can get one of them sweet claw hands.
Hey,
These ones that grab
prosthetic
things.
arms
Yeah.
are not cool yet. Until they get cool, I'm going with legs.
Actually, I've seen a couple videos of people trying robotic arms that have neural sensors in them, and they're actually kind of cool.
Yeah, well, you see, they're brand new. We're not there yet.
They're not perfect, but you get this. This woman literally grabbed a can of pop and drank it with her.
Yeah, I
prosthetic.
saw that. Not until we get to DSX fucking bullshit.
Okay.
I want to lose my arms. Because there's a robotic arm where I go, oh, look, a can, and just crush it with 2 fingers.
I always like when you see these movies or these series where it's like people are getting replaced with cybernetic parts. Like, oh man, is this okay? I'm like, half you people wear glasses anyway. I mean, what is a glass except for not a mechanical piece designed to improve eyesight? No, man. If it's like, hey, we can turn your arms into death rays, I'll be first in line for that fucking shit. You hear that, Musk?
Oh, there's a comedian that tells a joke that's like that. He's like, Luke Skywalker knew about sweet robot hands and he waited for tragedy.
Yep.
And he's like, if I knew sweet robot hands were coming out the market tomorrow, guess who's losing their hand tonight?
Yo. Right on.
Dude, if we had like robotic augmentations, just like DSX or Star Wars, people would purposely lose parts
At
of
that
their
point,
body.
it would literally be. But at that point, it would
No.
literally be the rich who could
No.
afford those augmentations would then be the ruling class. They kind of are.
I think they are
now.
anyway.
But you know, they'd also be physically ruling now instead of just monetarily
No.
and governmentally.
Don't do it.
Or we get a whole thing of like the Repo Man musical thing.
Oh, Rebuild genetic
Instead of
algorithm.
reviewing organs, they review your fucking augmentations.
Oh god, that
But
pretty much
you-
would be an organ at that point.
You were saying that they would rule the from military. Good, let them send their asses to war instead of poor people. That's Courtney. She's coming home.
Or
gonna
should
be
you
here.
stay outside?
Maybe as soon as she hits that porch, she.
Headphone warning.
Uh,
Next
well, I'm
15
gonna
seconds.
crawl back up and use the darn house probably, and then that's where we're gonna end it.
Can't use a house in the swamp?
No,
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure you can't.
Where do you stealth up those steps?
Yep.
Well, honestly, Corny kind of antagonized the dog.
Doesn't matter. Maple, you knocked over the frog.
Not again!
It's easy for us.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, definitely ear plug warning. Jesus.
She has the shrillest bark. I swear she's like part chihuahua or something.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I hate chihuahuas so much. They're like the evilest dogs in the universe. Evil!
Well, it doesn't help they have like a little Napoleon complex.
Yeah.
You know who else has Napoleon complexes?
Napoleon?
Was he like back then,
He actually wasn't that short, no.
I mean, he was shorter than average by like an inch or two. Like, it was nothing.
Oh, great.
Shut up!
Oh no!
Oh,
no.
dang! Oh, it's still working. Okay.
The thing recording our voices fell off the table
Yep.
because of the puppers.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
In case anyone was wondering what the hell just happened.
Our dog went nuts. Well, time for the old night-night.
Shh, Mr. House will take the pain away.
What time is it? Muffin time! Now I'm up mid for muffins. Why won't you let me die?
I just want to die.
You want to eat a muffin? No, thank you. Please kill me.
I missed you.
More scum.
Yeah.
But we're not killing him, so they keep coming back.
Scum of the earth.
Scum of the swamp, at least.
Have we even gotten to the wizard yet?
No.
No, we're going back
We're going
up.
back up so we can take a nap in our house. A new house. It's a shitty house because you only use it once.
Well, you almost we
Damn
you found it in
sake.
a box. I mean,
That's fair.
I kind of picture like a fucking Dragon Ball Z house. Thing is like a
The
capsule.
capsule.
yeah.
But prototype capsules where you can only use it once.
I mean, it only does take up as much space in your inventory as a Maple.
Shut
Maple.
up. Calm down.
Come to me. I am home. I returned to you.
I mean, it takes as much space in your inventory as a
Hi.
potion,
Did
so.
you
Yeah.
miss me? What the fuck?
It's like one of those weird things you
Hey.
pour it on the ground and when it makes contact with the soil, it just grows out.
It's like one of Usopp's top seeds.
Yeah.
Hello. It's been 10 years. Oh, no, I missed you so much.
I'll just let that bone up.
Huh?
Hey, hey.
Come on.
Why does it take her forever to shut up?
That she's excitable.
And Corny excited over her.
Yeah.
It's like, over.
This is what Corny does. Excitables all the animals.
Josh, tell the dog to shut up.
Oh, they have now.
Oh, okay.
You know it's true. You make all the animals excitable.
Oh, not you. I think we're all saying animal
Now what the hell are we fighting? I looked away.
Creeps.
Oh yeah.
What
was
kind
it?
of
No,
crawls?
it's crawl.
Aye. It's a recolored creep.
The more powerful creep?
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Yes. No.
It would have been dry anyway.
Bitch, it would have been.
Yeah. You're a piece of shit.
Can you feel the love
Tonight.
So is that it for the night?
That's it for the night.
Alright. Bye everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Actually,